The free $10,000 SBA EIDL grant has now been closed. So you're probably wondering, what does this mean? Can I still get the SBA EIDL loan? Can I still apply for the Paycheck Protection Program? And also we'll talk about the latest stimulus news right here in this video. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Kwak here, one of the Kwak brothers, and yes, you heard it, the free $10,000 SBA EIDL grant is no more. Now, before we get into it, be sure to subscribe to our channel if you want the latest news to the SBA EIDL loan program, new stimulus programs, as well as investing in real estate. So rest in peace for the free $10,000 grant. But you can still get the SBA EIDL loan portion, which again has to be paid back, and it's not forgiven. What is forgivable, again, is the Paycheck Protection Program, which is the PPP loan, which I'll cover in just one sec. But as far as the EIDL loan program, approximately $20 billion of emergency funding has been used and exhausted by the SBA. That's quite a bit of money, guys, from the government. So the $1,000 to $10,000 free SBA grant has now been closed, but you can still apply for the SBA EIDL loan, which again, if you choose to borrow, it's on a 3.75% interest rate for small businesses and 2.75% for not-for-profit, and it matures in 30 years, and you get an automatic deference of up to 1 year. So as soon as you borrow the money, you get a 1 year break until you start making payments on the loan. So did you go and apply for the EIDL loan program? Did you get the free $1,000 to $10,000 grant? Tell me down below in the comment section, love to hear about it. And a couple of reminders as to what you can and cannot use for the EIDL loan. I do have a separate video on it, but just want to give you a quick little highlight. What you can use the SBA EIDL loan money for is for general operating expenses. So utility cost, lease for your office. If you have a mortgage instead for your office space or your retail space, you can use that as well. You can pay for payroll and any inventory or obligations that you are not able to make due to the coronavirus pandemic. But you cannot use the money for expansion or buying a franchise, buying a fixed asset. You cannot use the money to go and pay off your mortgage. Unfortunately, you cannot do that. So just a little reminder as to what you can and cannot use when it comes to the SBA EIDL loan. Now, if you submitted your SBA EIDL loan application as well as your $1,000 to $10,000 grant money before July 12th, I think you're gonna be safe. I think you'll still be considered for the free $1,000 to $10,000 grant per employee. However, if you're just submitting your application yesterday or today, I believe you will not be considered for the SBA EIDL grant, but you will still be considered for the SBA EIDL loan. Now onto the Paycheck Protection Program side. Yes, the PPP loan is still available, but just any day it can close. So if you're still looking to apply, now is the time to go and apply for your business. Now, with the PPP loan, the Paycheck Protection Program, it is forgivable as long as you're using up to 60% of the funds towards payroll costs, which is a new change from June of 2020 when the Paycheck Protection Program Flexibility Act was passed, and that effectively changed the forgivable terms as far as the Paycheck Protection Program. So as long as you're using 60% of the funds for payroll costs and within 24-week timeline, you're gonna be good. And the remaining 40%, you can still use it on lease payments for your office or a retail space, interest payments on a mortgage that you may have for an office or a retail space as well, and utility costs that's associated to running your business. So yes, the Paycheck Protection Program is still available. I don't know for how long, so you can still apply for it. And yes, it is available for self-employed individuals as well. And I do have word on the street that if you are self-employed, the entire funding can be, and again, you may have to verify this with your local bank, can be forgiven automatically. And again, do fact check me and check with your local bank, because that's just the word on the street right now. But you know what's not forgivable is the fact that you didn't smash the like button on this video. So go and smash the like button right now for our YouTube algorithm. Now let's go and talk about something that I've not talked about for a very long time, since May, and that is the new stimulus program that's on the table. Now, the last video that I made was about the HEROES Act, which was passed in May of 2020, but has not passed in the Senate side, and President Trump pretty much said dead on arrival. So there's very little to no chance that the HEROES Act could be passed, but the Senate is working on their own version of a stimulus program or stimulus checks that could be be given out to you guys very, very soon. So what is on the table and what could be the possibility that we're looking at? And again, this is just speculation. It's not on the table, but this is what I'm predicting along with other media outlets that are out there looking to see what could be the new stimulus program. Now, most recently, the Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell did suggest dispersing funds to people making $40,000 or less a year. So if you're making $40,000 or less, there could be a chance that the Senate is working on a stimulus program that could be giving you a stimulus check very, very soon. So that could be a very strong possibility coming down the pipeline from the Senate side. And even on the White House side, President Trump is in favor of putting together another stimulus program to boost the economy because we're not quite out of the woods yet when it comes to the coronavirus pandemic. With that being said, what is the latest update to the unemployment checks that are set to expire at the end of this month? So at the end of this month of July 31st, 2020, all the unemployment checks are set to stop. The $600 a week is set to stop at the end of the month. But there is a speculation that the Senate and the House may pass another extension of the unemployment checks, but with a smaller amount. Some say $200 a week or $400 a week. Some have speculated that it could be a state-specific amount as to what the unemployment benefit could look like. So for example, here in Illinois, if we continue to expect a higher unemployment rate, then we can stay on the $600 a week amount till however long of an extension. But if another state is experiencing a very low unemployment rate, then they can get a smaller amount every week for the unemployment check. So as you can see, there are different options and versions right now as to what the unemployment check extension may look like. It could be a state-specific thing, or it could be a nationwide thing with a smaller amount for all states for the unemployment checks being extended. So at the end of the day, I do believe that there's going to be another round of stimulus checks as well as stimulus programs, but we just don't know what it is yet. So as soon as we're confirmed, I'll provide you guys some more information, which is another reason why you should subscribe to our channel if you want the latest information with the stimulus programs. Last but not least, which is something that I haven't really talked about here in our channel, which is the student loan deferment that's going on right now with the CARES Act. With the CARES Act that was passed back in March of 2020, all federally backed student loan payments have been deferred up till October 2020. And that's not all. All federally backed student loans right now are not accruing any interest. So this is a phenomenal time. If you have student loans that are backed by federal government, it's a great time to go and make payments, as all of your payments will go straight into the principal balance. Make your payment if you still have the ability to pay it. A lot of people have reported right now that they had an auto payment set up with the loan servicer, but they have stopped it. So make sure you go back, turn it back on, or manually make those payments, because every dollar that you make on the student loan right now is going straight to principal balance, which again helps you pay off your student loan faster, and also you end up paying less interest on the student loan. So with all that being said, that's the latest news I have for you guys as far as the SBA EIDL Loan program, the Paycheck Protection Program, any new stimulus programs that are on the table right now, as well as the student loan updates. So definitely subscribe to our channel if you want the latest news and updates that's going on in the economy right now. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and go and check out some of the other videos where we have about finance and investing in real estate.